Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to TAW. My name is Josh again, your head commentator and host as always. Today we have some lightning weight action coming right at you. It is Android 17 versus Shadow the Hedgehog, and these two have some beef. Pretty much on the last episode of TAW Action, there was a fatal four-way match that was for the number one contendership status for the Lightning-Weight Championship at Riot Central 3, and we're here in Lincoln, Nebraska. I've never been in Nebraska before. It's a lot nicer than I was led to believe. But anyway, so these two were involved in that fatal four-way number one contenders match that was won by Tony Hawk, and Tony Hawk will now be challenging Austin Aries for the Lightning Weight title at Riot Central 3. These two were not involved in the pin in that match. Tony Hawk pinned Dale Earnhardt Jr., while these two were fighting off to the side. And because of that, these two are like, you cost me the match. And Shadow's like, no, you cost me the match, faker. And 17's like, faker? I am the real Android 17. And then it just got into a huge shouting match, and me and Howard Stern, the general manager, were both like, alright, both of you shut up. You two, you're going to wrestle. Figure out your issues in the ring. And they were like, alright, bet. So it's Android 17, the unbeaten Android 17. Well, not the unpinned, unsubmitted Android 17, going up against Shadow the Hedgehog. Both guys are former Lightning Weight Champions. Shadow's a former Tag Team Champion as well. So let's see who's going to walk out of this match with the W. And Android 17 also coming out with his original attire. He usually comes out in his Ranger outfit. Guess he's hinting at us that he's a little angrier than normal because this was his bad guy attire. For those of you that remember the good old days of Dragon Ball Z. Although I will say, wait a second. Oh shit, Shadow coming out here with his motorcycle. Okay, I'm hyped for this. Absolutely. I wish this intro was in WWE 2K14 because I would have used it for Mr. Grimm. Darn you! A game from over a decade ago. Also, there goes the fourth wall. Here comes Shadow the Hedgehog, but although despite me saying the good old days of Dragon Ball Z, I do love Android 17 in Dragon Ball Super. He was the MVP of the Tournament of Power. But yeah, Shadow has quite the task ahead of him here today. Of course, frustrated from losing that fatal four-way match, despite not being involved in the decision in that match. But this is quite a task for Shadow, because Android 17, despite losing some multi-man matches and a steel cage match and a ladder match, Android 17 has never been pinned or submitted here in TAW. Can Shadow the Hedgehog be the first person to ever pin or submit Android 17? We're about to find out. Here we go. Bella Sound. Oh, it's 17 immediately burying a knee. Oh, and look at this in a moonsault. Oh my god, what a start to the match. 17 wasting no time. Cover. One, but only a one count. Started a knee match with just burying his knee into the midsection of Shadow. And Shadow firing back with some strikes, some hard strikes here. And a huge pendulum backbreaker by the former light. Oh, but a kick to the head, man. These two are already just going at it. And a collar and elbow tie-up. Shout out to my good friend Sean McCarty, your Sentinel and the Colonial Champion. Go subscribe to CIW. They're coming up with the WrestleBration in February, the celebration of 12 years of Colonial Impact Wrestling. And it'll also be, we are also celebrating 12 years of TAW. Thank you guys for being through this huge ride, this 12-year odyssey, as Shadow the Hedgehog takes down Android 17 with a side headlock. So yeah, go subscribe to CIW, White Nux OG, the Court Martial Podcast, and they released a new episode of Super Jam Session version 2. It was a football podcast with Sean and Skyler. Go watch that. But not until you're done with this matchup with Android 17, who looks to be in control here, and Shadow the Hedgehog. Man, they were starting with, there was an immediate moonsault and some kicks, and now it's just turned into some chain grappling here. And, oh, a kick right to the face. Oh, 17 is losing his mind here. Man, again, these two have not been happy with each other. Oh, 17 spring, oh my god! Springboard 450 clothesline. That was impressive. I don't think I've ever seen that before. And now Android 7, what is that? Oh, and a big roundhouse flying kick right to the face of Shadow the Hedgehog. And to say that 17 is in control, I think, would be an understatement. Shadow the Hedgehog on the outside and a big right hand. Although, counter by Shadow, hanging up 17 to dry on the top rope. And now Shadow, big right hand knocking him into the ropes. And now some strikes right to the leg, going right after the thigh, knocking down 17. And now just slamming the useless arm smack to the canvas into the cover off the arm smack. One, but only a one count. I think Shadow knew he wasn't going to get the win there. Just want to tire out 17 some more. Now going right back to that thigh. Now hooking him up in a nice exploder suplex. by Shadow the Hedgehog, who's building some momentum on Android 17. Again, both men are former Lightning-Weight Champions. They know how to get it done, but oh, a beautiful flying kick right to the face by Shadow the Hedgehog, who would love nothing more than to be the first person to pin or submit Android 17. And while neither of these men will be challenging for the Lightning-Weight title, they're going to look to be able to become challengers for that title after Riot Central 3, regardless of who wins that matchup between Tony Hawk and Austin Aries. And now Shadow the Hedgehog. Oh, what is Shadow going to do here? He's waiting for Android 17 to get back to his feet. And Shadow springboard. Oh, springboard clothesline. It didn't look like it connected flush with it, but it looked like he got most of it. It looked like he got most of it. But 17 still down. And oh, a knee right to the cranium. Devastating knee strike by Shadow. And now Shadow on the middle rope. What is Shadow going to do here? And oh, a big diving axe handle right to the head and an elbow drop right to the sternum. And 17 in a little bit of trouble. Shadow this time going to the top rope, the tippy top rope. And Shadow with a beautiful 450 splash into the cover. Will that be enough? 1, 2. Oh, that was close. I thought he had. Oh, Shadow thought he had it as well. 17 nearly got beat by that 450 splash, and my phone went off. Once again, I got to learn to turn my ringer off whenever I'm doing commentary. It looked like Shadow was trying to go for chaos control, but oh, what a thrust kick by 17 as he countered. And oh, a cross jacket German suplex right there. And oh, now some knee strikes. And oh, a straight jacket. That's what I was looking for. Straight jacket German. And then some knees right to the skull. And went for another moonsault, but Shadow the Hedgehog avoided it. Oh, that might be a huge mistake that cost him this matchup. Tony connects with chaos control. Will that be enough? Into the cover. 1, 2. Oh, Android 17 kicks out of chaos control. Oh, that's got to be frustrating. And now Shadow again going to the top rope. And, went for something, but 17, and a big senton. Nice counter by 17 into the cover. 1, 2, but only a 1 count as this back and forth, this intense matchup continues. He almost had Shadow with, he almost had Android 17 there with that chaos control, but 17 was able to kick out. And I think that might have just pissed off Android 17, who is now going to town on Shadow. And this time he nails another moonsault. The quickness on that moonsault was just ridiculous right there. And 17 just, again, pissed off that Shadow, in his opinion, cost him that matchup. And a big power slam on Shadow into the cover. 1, 2. Oh, but this time Shadow has to kick out at 2.5. He almost had him with that power slam. And now, wait, what is Android 17 doing here? Springboard. Oh my God! A springboard 630, and that was an awkward landing. I bet that hurt. But 17 not giving up, and a shot right to the midsection, just going to town on Shadow. And what is 17 doing here on the middle rope? And a diving elbow right to the sternum. Man, 17, and still not letting up, going to the top rope again. Man, he's all over the place. What is 17 doing? Oh, and oh my God, a corkscrew moonsault. That might be it after all of that. 1, 2, 3. Android 17 remains unpinned and unsubmitted here in TAW. Man, that flurry of offense, that springboard 630 senton to the side, then the diving elbow, then that corkscrew moonsault, almost a Stardust press, gives Android 17 the victory over Shadow the Hedgehog. What an impressive outing for both competitors, but Android 17 is your winner, and you know he's going to be looking to challenge whoever walks out of Riot Central 3, the champion. But thank you guys so much for watching. Like, comment, subscribe, and all that fun stuff, and I will see you guys next time. And I got to go turn my ringer off. Good night, everybody. Stop texting me!